Hello, and welcome back to the Next Frontiers of AI podcast, where we explore the challenges, innovations, and real-world stories shaping the future of enterprise AI. I'm your host, Scott Hebner, Principal Analyst for AI at theCUBE Research. Thanks for joining us. In this episode, we're going to showcase what digital labor really looks like. You'll hear directly from a pioneer who is already putting digital workers into action, transforming operations, boosting productivity, and creating measurable business outcomes. In this episode, it's not going to be just about theory and technology. It's going to be about seeing real digital labor in practice. So what is digital labor? Put simply, it's the pairing of AI agents with humans to not only execute tasks, but to plan, make decisions, solve problems, and enhance workplace productivity and quality, often operating autonomously with minimal human guidance. In this case, it's about knowledge work, not predefined repetitive tasks. And unlike traditional task automation, digital labor operates across boundaries, finance, HR, operations, and customer service, where real enterprise work actually happens. And here's why this is so important. While IT typically accounts for just 2 to 5% of revenue, labor costs comprise more than 60% of expenses. That's a big number. That means the biggest ROI from AI won't come from optimizing IT. It will come from augmenting human knowledge and efforts with intelligent digital labor. A recent Deloitte research backs this up. 72% of business leaders see the value of human AI collaboration across departments, but only 41% are taking action, and just 11% are achieving success. Yet those that do are 1.6 times more likely to achieve business goals. That's the promise of Agentic AI. Creating a complementary digital workforce that can reason, plan, act, and collaborate across complex cross-functional workflows. It is a workforce transformation initiative, not just a tech trend, and it's real. Nowhere is this transformation more visible than in community association management. The business is supporting homeowners associations and their boards. This is an industry filled with complexity and constant demand. Managers are often drowning in low-value repetitive tasks, things like fielding endless homeowner and board requests and processing invoices and preparing budgets and juggling detailed administrative work. The result? Overloaded employees, frustrated homeowners, and a business model where growth requires more labor, not more profit. Digital labor is changing all that. By deploying AI agents as digital workers, community management companies can offload the burden of invoices, budgets, communications, and other repetitive tasks and really bring to life their knowledge to serve everyone better. It also is going to help boost accuracy and speed and scalability of how the team operates that can just allow more value to be created for the entire business chain. And at the forefront of all this transformation is a company called HOAi, founded by Haoyu Zha. He is now the CEO, and he's busy redefining community association management by embedding digital labor directly into daily operations of these companies, already serving over 1 million homes today. So joining me today, once again, I'm thrilled to have Haoyu here again. We talked many months ago. I think it was back in the spring on the success of how to build a business like you're doing, but this is going to be more about digital labor coming to life, and I really appreciate you being here again.
Yeah, good to be here and good to see you, Scott.
Yeah, it was a fantastic conversation last time. I know it was one of the more popular episodes, and certainly the paper I put out on it was also very popular. I think people are trying to figure out the keys to, so much competition in the marketplace today around agentic AI. How do you succeed? So I appreciate you sharing what you've learned with everybody. Actually, that would probably be a good place for us to start. Maybe you could just give us a little bit about the success that you have achieved, and then maybe as part of that, we can summarize what your keys to success were that we were talking about the last time we were together.
Yeah, absolutely. So HOAi has been helping hundreds of management companies. Today, we serve more than 1.5 million homes and homeowners. And year to date, I think the last number by end of August was we have helped resolved more than 800,000 tasks that would have otherwise required humans to do. So that's a big labor saving for a lot of our customers. And I think the reason why we're able to achieve such success kind of are really due to the approach we have taken. When we think about software, there are vertical software, there are horizontal software. For us, we decided to go vertical, and we focused on this very small or specific niche market that is otherwise kind of overlooked by a lot of people, in particular by softwares, because the industry is so much reliant on labor and not software, not IT. So there is prior to agentic AI, there was software, but still there were a lot of issues and problems. So with agentic AI, we're really solving a big unaddressed market even though it's niche and specific and vertical, but because there's so much labor there, we're solving a big problem and bringing huge value there. So that's kind of how we thought about this. And by going very deep and very specific, we were able to deliver true value to this industry and really help solve many problems.
Yeah, I think that message has resonated extremely well, at least in everyone I've talked to since we kind of went through all that. It was very enlightening, certainly for me, and I think many others. So I know we also talked about last time how HOAi was sort of born out of the frustration with the inefficiencies that you experience as a board member and a community member, and what happens in the community management organizations. And so talk a little bit about how that sparked what you're doing now and helped you get to 1.5 million homes under management. And I'd really like you to really crystallize for the audience here, because I think it's so powerful. What is the core value proposition of HOAi? I mean, what is your vision?
Yeah. So I'll start with my background a little bit. I was a software engineer. So everything I thought about is how to build software to solve and how to use software to solve problems. At the time, I was also a homeowner in a HOA community. I was curious enough to attend a lot of board meetings and just looked at the operations and try to help our communities to run better. However, I think I was also frustrated a lot by how inefficient that was, how hard it was to reach our property management company and get anything done as a homeowner, as a board member as well. So with that, I started thinking about building software to address it. It actually took me about 2 years to figure out the real problem in this particular industry. Because when I started building software, I was thinking more about the traditional software, building the right interfaces for humans to use, mobile app, and so on and so forth. What I realized, however, was those weren't the solution, because so much of the problem in the industry, and in particular in this industry, is related to unstructured data. It's judgment heavy. It's communication heavy. None of which can be really addressed well with traditional software that is filled with if else conditions and so on and so forth. All that require it all require a different paradigm, a different thing to really address. And that came LLMs and all these foundation models that were able to really bridge the gap between these unstructured, judgment-heavy, communication-heavy tasks and the structured workflows and all those things. So that was the critical unlock. When GPT-4 came out, when all of those things came out, we realized and we saw the potential of using that new technology to solve the problem in a new way. And I think that has proven right. And we were using this new technology that was just not available in the past, addressing a problem that really is best fit for this type of technology. Because in a community, for those who don't really know how community association management work, it's about helping homeowners with billing questions, helping them process payments, help community association do invoices, maintenance requests, enforcing rules, and so on and so forth. 95% of those work or sort of remote that can happen in a back office, answering the phone calls, processing all of those things. So there actually isn't that much physical presence required. And most of those things happen behind computer screen with humans doing the judgment, answering the calls, connecting the dots. So the nature of the industry and the problems that were there were really, really the kind of the special things that LLM was really good at or good at solving. So we took that foundational technology innovation, put it in this particular space, and build the application layer that addressed the specific domain problem. And I think that's where we got here. And apparently, I think we're solving a lot of real world problems and having amazing outcomes.
Yeah, I created this graphic from what I've learned from you guys and on your website. And I think I kind of love this message, right? Go beyond chat, experience what true automation is about. Actually getting work done. And you made the point about actually getting work done requires, in most cases, and certainly in your marketplace, making judgments and having knowledge. So it's not just pure, productivity, but it's knowledge-based automation. I think that's a powerful message that you're onto here. And I love the way it's stated so clearly and it resonates. And I think you move beyond the technology and Agentic AI this and Agentic that, and you're talking about real solutions, right? Real work, which is great.
That's right. Because when I think about that, when software was first built, it was built for humans to use. We're turning the software turned files, documents into specialized workflow interfaces for humans to make judgment and to use. Now we're fundamentally changing that paradigm. We're kind of using AI, making those judgments, making these decisions, and act, which deliver end-to-end results. So that's, I think, the true differentiation, compared to the last generation of software. And certainly when this type of technology first came, a lot of people saw the chat interface, but that was really just the beginning of it. The more valuable thing is to connect the workflows and deliver an outcome and actions, not just kind of giving an answer to humans.
Yeah, we're gonna show everybody real world examples of these agents or digital workers in action here in a minute. But before we do, just help us understand some of the most significant pain points that you see in the community association management business. I know there's things like staffing challenges and there's lots of demands by the homeowner association. So talk a little bit through that for us.
Yeah. So when you operate a homeowner association, it's almost like you're managing the property, but you're also managing the community. So it's a combination of community management and the property management. What that entails is there's a lot of homeowner requests on, billing. How do I make payments? Did I make the payments? So on and so forth. And then there is a bunch of maintenance requests. Okay, can you help fix this, or how do we fix this? Is everything being addressed? Things like that. So that's on the homeowner and property side. On the other hand, it is a community homeowner association operates like a corporate entity because it has a lot of things or tasks that are required for that entity. That is, when you have communities maintenance requests, you need to coordinate with vendors. You need to pay the invoices. You need to manage their work. And because you have these collections or bill accounts receivable tasks, you collect money from homeowners and you make payments, you run the operation. You also need to deal with financial related tasks. You need to do bookkeeping, prepare budgets, produce financial reports, and then a lot of that is involved as well. So really treat homeowner association management as a combination of property management, community management, and corporate operation. So it's all of those things. And what happens prior to HOAI was almost all of those things require human labor, judgment, communication, looking up information, synthesize of information, and act eventually.
Yeah, and I brought that chart up there that kind of made the point that drowning in tasks, right, and getting overloaded, not being able to focus on value, and it kind of brings me to ask the question about the software that many of these associations have already. A lot of people talk about automation, software automation, software packages. I see it as being distinct from this new era of digital labor and knowledge workers and, what Agentic AI is designed to provide. And I think you are a great example of that. But just talk a little bit quickly about, what's available in the marketplace that you're serving today in terms of SaaS apps, how what you're doing is different. And I know a big point that you emphasize is that you can integrate with all that existing software that many of these companies have, right?
Yeah. So when I think about SaaS software and the AI agent or AI agent software, it's just another piece of software. The difference is the SaaS software is building special interfaces, digitizing the files, the documents in a special way for humans to consume, to use. Doesn't matter what you do in what industry. The goal is, okay, you still have to have a lot of humans looking at the kind of specialized interface or results you're presenting and clicking through different things, connecting the dots, doing the work, and then eventually act on the things there and deliver some sort of result. So AI agents is not something different from that human kind of action interaction. We're not trying to rebuild the entire infrastructure. So what we are is we're that additional layer on top of these existing infrastructure that have already been designed and have the society that operates on it. We are just really the additional layer that allows the software to function more like humans, to synthesize these information from the existing software and then make decisions or present decisions for humans to really approve, verify, and then take that action really on behalf of the human, or many times behind the scene autonomously to deliver the results. So think of those as the infrastructure is the same. There's no change in the infrastructure. You still retain the software that you're used to, your company, your business still runs on. And then the AI agents are more like labor addition that do the work that your humans are doing today. So now you have a much bigger labor force that deliver the same results or better results to your customer.
That's what I love is that is a great articulation of the subtle difference between the SaaS applications and maybe the use of some agentic AI within it versus you're going in and saying, look, you keep all your software stack that you have, it's doing good stuff, but rather than adding more people to use the software and to interpret things and apply the knowledge, you can now apply digital workers, AI and, digital or, AI agents and which, and I love the message that you guys also say is like, you sort of beg this question about your next hire, right? Why not make it an AI agent?
That's right. That's right.
I'm going to bring up a graphic here, which talks about many of the things that your agents can do. And maybe you can summarize for us and just, talk through what these agents can now do more specifically on top of the company's existing software stack.
Yeah, I think on a high level, the agents are just doing the work that humans are doing. And then they are, in particular, in our industry, our agents are handling resident phone calls, answering billing questions on the call, help them navigate the community website portals. We also process invoices from vendors, trying to prepare the invoices for payments. We code those into the community books, the account, their book, their accounting books. We help facilitate maintenance requests that sometimes require the decision whether this is community responsibility or homeowner responsibility. We process architectural requests. We guide the community members to fill out these forms. We also answer simple questions like hours, pool hours, so on and so forth. So when I think about this, it's really a combination of front office work and the back office work that are done by humans today. And we're able to help management companies address both. So whether it's directly customer interfacing, answering phone calls, texts, emails, so on and so forth, or the kind of workflow, the complex things that we need to do behind the scene to actually complete these tasks. We do all of those things.
Yeah, one of the things that intrigued me on that chart was never quits. They never quit. They're always executing. They're always learning. They're always doing more and more and more. How does that work? Is that sort of the reinforcement learning and the human in the loop kind of stuff that then makes these things even more knowledgeable about your business? Is that the concept there?
Yeah, we've designed a way that allows the agents to be put in the workflows, do the tasks, but then also at the same time have human in the loop to give the feedback, give the right verification. Okay, you're doing right, you're not doing right. And then every time that interaction that happens is used as kind of a ground truth data that feeds into the overall learning engine that continuously improves the results. So I really want to, in a simpler way, simpler term, where you can think of this as training a new employee. And how do you train it? It's through you give the instructions, but then many times you have to have the new employee do the work, tell them right and wrong and why it's right, why it's wrong, and give that feedback. So these feedbacks are applied in a similar way in our AI kind of paradigm. We help collect all of these data, and then we put these into the learning pipeline so that our AI would continuously improve first.
All right. Well, why don't you let's step back a second here and let's talk a little bit about your portfolio of products. You know, your portfolio of agents, if you will, that these community associations can hire. Right. Tell us a little bit about the portfolio.
Yeah. So when I think about the capabilities or portfolios we have, really it boils down to two big categories: the front office facing and the back office facing. So the front office facing is really the agents that's serving homeowners directly. And then the back office facing is the kind of the back office, your workforce that does the work like your employee would do. So for the homeowner facing product, we call it Homeowner Suite. It's a combination of voice AI agent that's able to answer phone calls 24/7, a SMS text-based agent that allows our AI agent to answer text directly, and then a web-based chat interface. So you could put that chat box anywhere on your website or inside the portal, and then be able to answer any questions the resident has. So those three combined is the Homeowner Suite, and then the back office workforce just consists of many roles. It's the AR, accounting, AP, accounting, manager task assistants, board task stuff, budgeting, and all of those things.
And how many agents are in total, or there's a lot of these are working in the background and all that?
Yeah, I think it's about 8 to 9 agents. A lot of them can do more than one category of things, but that's where we are.
Well, I'm intrigued with one of the newest agents that you have introduced called HOAi Voice. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, HOAi Voice is a voice AI agent that's able to answer phone calls. So it's like a human, customer service representative who answers the phone calls. It uses the same phone number you are using today. So it's your office phone number, no change required there. Your customers, residents, homeowners will call the same phone numbers you have been sharing with them. Instead of having a human or an IVR phone tree, now it's an AI agent taking over the phone, answering questions, directing homeowners to the right places, with infinite patience. I think that is a highlight, with infinite patience and a lot of empathy that we found, which also are to our surprise, because many times when we think about this type of thing, you start thinking about operational efficiency, how much time it saves our humans and stuff. But more importantly, what we have realized is not only it saves your human time, but humans are not going to be as patient. Humans want to complete their tasks a lot of times, especially this type of grunt work. But AI agents, HOAi agent and voice, are really able to outperform humans in those areas where humans just don't want to do. So that's something we were really surprised by, but felt really excited about too.
Yeah, and that agent talks to the other agents as appropriate. And
No, more on like when a homeowner or a resident is calling, they may have a bad day, they're impatient, they're asking questions that are perhaps less relevant, or they're talking slow, they don't really understand, they repeat multiple times,
Right.
all those kind of things. A human would get pretty impatient fast, or a little bit agitated in some of the situations. But AI agent, HOA voice, is just so patient. Whatever you say, it's trying to help you, and it's always in a calm way. So that is the difference I'm highlighting.
yeah, I mean, for me, it really came to life when I was able to like actually watch it in action, and I was able to get a clip of it. So let me just bring that up so our audience can see it in action.
Yeah, let's show it.
Today, I want to show you HOAi Voice, the most advanced resident-facing AI agent in the community association management industry. And what's so powerful about HOAi Voice is twofold. One, we have direct access to all of the important data on your associations and homeowners, governing documents, frequently asked questions, payment history, homeowner additional information, association information. And because we have such direct access, we can get faster answers to homeowner questions. Second, unlimited concurrent calls means no wait times for homeowners. Now your homeowners have an exceptional customer experience. Not only are they getting faster access to the answers, but they're also getting those answers right away. No more flexing demand based on seasonality or based on time of the day. HOAi Voice flexes with you and grows with you. I want to give a call to HOAi Voice so that you can hear it. It will introduce itself to me because it knows that I'm a homeowner. It can connect my phone number to a homeowner account. So let's give it a try.
Hello, I'm Jamie from Unicorn Management Company. This call is recorded. How can I help you today?
Hi, Jamie. I would like to know whether I can paint my house pink, or rather my front door.
Your question, to clarify, are you asking about painting just your front door pink or the entire exterior of your house? This will help you provide the most accurate information about your community's guidelines.
Yeah, sorry, that was confusing. Just my front door.
Thanks for clarifying. According to your HOA guidelines, front doors may only be painted red or yellow. Pink is not an approved color for front doors.
That's frustrating. This HOA just doesn't let me do anything. Okay, can you tell me my account balance?
Your current account balance is $35. This includes a $25 assessment and a $10 late fee. Would you like more details or help with anything else?
No, but I'd really like to waive that late fee. I was on a trip to Switzerland last month and totally forgot. Can you please waive that?
Thanks for explaining your situation. I see you recently had a courtesy late fee waiver in June. The HOA policy allowed only one waiver every 6 months, so another waiver can't be granted at this time.
Wow, this is just getting worse and worse. Okay, my last question is, I have a dent in my garage door, and I'd like for the HOA to handle that situation.
Thank you for letting me know about the garage door dent. The HOA is responsible for garage door repairs. I'll create a maintenance request for you. Please hold while I do that. Please hold on as I check to see if I can address your request. Another few seconds here. I am now sending the right person to assign it to. Please hold on while I create an action item for your manager to review. I created an action item. Let me know if you would like the reference number.
No, that's okay. Can you please transfer me to Michael Jordan, please? So what you'll see here is a full capability agent. Not only does it handle general inquiries, but it can look at policies and give answers to homeowners right there on the spot. It can also create follow-up action items for your team. So in this instance, we created a maintenance request for the team to actually go handle this garage door dent. We have full transcription of this conversation so you can go back to listen into what happened. We have full recordings here. And then we can also insert this call summary into the homeowner record. And so we actually can always give you information on what happened on a call and which homeowners are calling how often. Because then you can go to your communities and you can say, hey, here is how much call volume I'm getting on a monthly basis. These are all of the things that I'm trying to help with. And you can start to really show value in different ways to your communities. So not only are you getting faster answers to your homeowners on the phone, but you're also giving more value to your homeowners via the community as well.
That's
Really
pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's, if you were just listening to it and you didn't know it was a demo, you would be hard pressed not to think that's a human being. And you're right, the empathy and the ability to sort of, deal with some tough questions and then pivot. And wow, I think that's excellent. I mean, I'm used to like calling my bank and getting one of those automated, from the very
robotic, right? Slow, automated, and sometimes frustrating, phone tree stuff. Yeah, I think this is exactly what we're bringing to the market and to the industry. Again, just to reinforce, I think the many times we think about this as an efficiency gain, but what we really realize is we're entering in a world where not only we're gaining a lot of efficiency from AI agents, we're actually improving our service quality and differentiating our business with the employment of our AI agents. Some numbers I can share with you, in fact, one customer who started using our AI agents increased their winning rate from 25% to 75% because of the differentiation our AI has brought to their business.
That's great. And I know I read about Silverleaf, and I pulled together a chart for you to talk a little bit about it because they're one of your of your customers of the voice, right? So what I like about this is very clear, measurable outcomes, right?
Yeah, this is Silverleaf is a great customer. They always prioritize the resident experience. Therefore, they're employing HOAi to deliver a better experience. Today, HOAi voice is answering about 1,400 inbound calls every week for them. And as you guys can see, instead of 4 minutes average wait time, it's seconds. And we're solving thousands of tasks that save so many 100 hours for our customer. Most importantly, many people think AI would replace people. In this particular case, there's no employee reduction, but everyone was happier there, both the homeowners, the employee, and the owner of the company. So all of them were really excited about the result.
Yeah, I really like the beginning of her quote there about she views the AI agents as actual employees, which I think is the whole point, right, of agentic AI. And as we're talking about here, digital labor. I mean, it's a digital coworker.
That's exactly right. And in fact, we recently did a case study and interview with one of her customer who was extremely impressed by our voice, AI voice. Do you have that?
I do. Let me just bring that up. I think it's a great testimonial.
My name is Lisa Turner. I am the CEO and president for Silverleaf Management Group. We are located in Georgia. We have about 250 associations, which equates to about 25,000 doors. We're making our entrance into Alabama, so we're going to cover the Southeast here in the near future. So in a company where you have 25,000 plus homeowners that are going to possibly contact you at any given day, the volume of touch points can be significant. So some of the challenges that we experienced because of the volume of phone calls was a high number of calls going unanswered. And the advent of HOAi and HOAi voice has allowed us to implement and deploy a solution for that. And in the case of one of our homeowners, we were able to answer his question about a grass type in his front yard, something that we would not have been able to do even 3 months ago.
What impressed me the most, I thought it was a live person, and she seemed genuinely concerned with my issues. I appreciated it. It made me feel like a valued customer, I guess you could say. It just seemed like a real decent person, normal. As long as I had questions, she would keep, she wouldn't say, I'm too busy or I've got other phone calls. She just stayed with me. She was so precise with her answers. It just didn't seem humanly possible to be that, and that's when I got the feel it might be AI. It took me off guard a little bit, but then I started thinking, this is really cool. It's amazing.
When I was listening to the call between HOAi voice and Greg, I thought it was so neat how the AI agent was actually listening to him. It sounded like two real people talking. You could hear that he appreciated the time that was taken with him. She didn't try to rush him off the call. She made sure that he knew, like, hey, I've put in this action item for you. Here's the action item number. And it sounded like he really appreciated that time that was taken with him for that, and that somebody cared. As Silverleaf progresses and we add technology to our portfolio and to our offerings for our clients and for our employees, the intention is never to lose that connection with our homeowners. So it was really satisfying and gratifying to be able to see the technology improvement without any kind of decline in our ability to connect with our homeowners. Prior to having HOAi voice and the voice AI agent, we were having our callers experience about a 4-minute wait time waiting on our human customer service reps to answer the phone. With the advent of HOAi voice, we've been able to reduce that to mere seconds. And those callers still have the option of talking with one of our human reps. So we haven't reduced our staff. We've just enhanced their ability to do their job.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I like
the time too, right? I mean,
yeah. I heard the story and I was really, really impressed. And the resident was, the homeowner was really impressed and being served very well. So that was really something we felt proud of.
No, you should. I mean, that's a great testimonial. And again, it really, the guy's right. I mean, it really does. It's just not like, most people's experience with these automated phone calls, whether it's a bank or insurance company or whoever you're calling, is not that. And
yeah.
So it's going to be eye-opening, which is great. So where do you see all this digital labor stuff, sort of heading here, right? In the application of agentic AI in the next few years, both for community management, even beyond, right? And I'm curious to your relationship with Vanica and how that's accelerating your vision.
Yeah, I think again, let's start with our relationship with Vanica. We have been very fortunate to be able to partner with Vanica, and that just really accelerates the deployment of this technology in our product, because we have just the right data, the context that's needed to be able to end-to-end automate these work. And we have fortunately had a loyal customer base who really enjoyed Vanica and is thinking about improving their business every day. They are the innovators. They are those who truly care about their customers. So we have been able to ride that wave very well. In terms of general thinking about where we're heading for this industry and even more broadly. I think AI agents we're really going through one of the most exciting transformation in our life. I feel I can see that in the next 2-3 years, as we develop our products, as the AI models continue improving, we will be really able to do the work that, especially the grunt repetitive work that are done by human today at scale. So my prediction is we'll be able to do 80 to 90% of the work that largely done by human in the repetitive ones today in about 3 years. Now, where do I see the world goes? I think on the other hand, we will be able to create a lot of use cases that we have not thought about. So one, the humans are going to be able to shift and repurpose to things that we were just not able to do in the past. Focus on relationships, focus on actual human interactions, and make that more valuable. But at the same time, AI agents are going to be able to do more. So like our homeowners, take this customer Silverleaf as an example. They always want to offer more hospitality. The community association management companies are trying to change from just the management company enforcing rules to become hospitality providers, making that the community feel better, make the residents live a better life. And those things were not possible before, because if you want to make that shift, you're going to have to invest a lot more manpower to do that. Now with our AI agent, we're able to talk about grass and help you with like a grass issue that was just never a typical community association management task. So that's all to say, we're entering in a world where AI agents are going to automate away a lot of these grunt work that people don't like and people are not good at. We will create a lot more new use cases with, one, the surplus of the human labor, because they're repurposed to these things, and by the advent of these infinitely scalable AI labor that is just really empathetic, that is patient. So I think that's going to be very exciting for all of us. We will see many, many more use cases that we just have not even imagined, because in the past, we have always been constrained by the human labor. Now, it's what limits us is really just imagination.
Yeah, I agree with that. Entering the golden age of AI agents, or a new super cycle of, and I love the focus you have on it's about the labor. It's not just like software automation anymore.
That's right. Yeah.
So for executives and HOA board members and homeowners that are listening, what is the main takeaway you want them to remember about the power of these digital workers, and how can they best learn more about HOAi?
Yeah, so our website is hoai.com. If they are interested in learning more, welcome to visit our website, and we have our team stand by to help them. But really, HOAi is able to do a lot more than what we just covered. It's designed to be a full suite, full front office and back office suite for our customers, both the management company, the HOAs, and the industry in general. I think we are trying to learn as much as possible and create a lot of impact for our communities. And we would really like to have all of you guys go try it. The biggest thing with AI is you just have to go try it. It's here, embrace it, and I think the result will be amazing.
Well, hey, this was really inspiring. It was great to see the real digital labor in action. Like, you can get a glimpse of what the power is here, and we didn't even get into things like processing invoices, doing accounts payable, and all those kind of things.
Budgeting, financial, all of those things. There are more advanced work we do for the customers, many of them saving hundreds, thousands of hours. But I think across the board, it's going to be limited by imagination. We can do a lot.
Yeah, no, that's inspiring. And for our listeners, the key takeaway, at least I'm taking from this, is digital labor isn't some distant future, right? Or some distant, vision. It's happening now. And it's not about replacing people. It's about augmenting them and unleashing a whole new model of work where agents handle the complexity, the scale, and the repetitive processes while humans can focus on what they're best at, right? Strategy and creativity and leadership and relationship building and things of that nature. That's the future of the labor market in the age of AI. So, just as Haoyu showcased on this podcast, it's real, and it's real right now. So make sure you go out and learn more about HOAi by going to their website and how these digital workers are helping them. And I'm sure there's many other markets that are going to be able to benefit from the same kind of thing. And don't forget to subscribe to the Next Frontiers of AI podcast so you don't miss any of the future episodes as we showcase more and more of the power of AI and where it's all headed. Until next time, I am Scott Hebner. Thank you for listening, and bye for now.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
You bet.